Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. Today we are cracking straight into it. If you're not all caught up with the series, then make sure you check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then welcome back to today. Today we're going to be starting off with a game in the Cup against Newcastle. We've got a bit of a break between now and the Cup game, so we have plenty of time to rest the team after the scraping of a 1-0 win against Norwich. Then we've got a game against Man City, which could be a tough one. Again, the Man City stamina can always sort of come into effect to make things a little bit easier. We'll see, obviously, when we get to the time. Then we've got Villa, and potentially we will get ourselves to the Brentford game as well today. If I'm able to get any sim stuff going on as well, then that will help. But obviously, I don't plan on simming. It's only if we're comfortably ahead, and that is a rule I'm putting in place. I will only sim if I feel comfortably ahead. If it starts to look a bit tight, I will jump back in because we're not having mistakes and issues that we've had in previous episodes. So without further ado, I'll get us to Newcastle. If anything pops up, I'll see you before then. Otherwise, see you at Newcastle. Okay, so here is our team going into the first game of the episode today. You can see that Coles is now on a +5. That is because he is now converted to a left winger. I've put him on inverted winger, so his shooting should really start to climb up a little bit, and that will hopefully start doing Isaac Coles the world of good with his goal conversion and stuff. Also, point of note, Lafont has either gained the ability or like the trait, or has had, and I haven't been informed of it by the board in a while, the leadership trait. So he is now somebody that the board recommend me as making the captain. For now, I'm going to stick with Amos. I'm very happy with Amos as our captain. But yeah, same starting 11 as our strongest 11. Let's get into the first game of the episode. We are up north and the rain has joined us. We are here at Newcastle. Hopefully we can come away from St James's Park with three very... Oh no, it's not points, is it? We're in the Cup. Come away with a qualification into the round 6. My bad. I'm already forgetting where we are. But the FA Cup, hopefully, is a cup that we can do pretty well in. We're doing very well in the league. Obviously, sitting atop of the tree at the moment, where myself and I'm sure many other people did not expect to see us. But that is where we are. And it looks like City or Palace, if that stays the same as our potential quarter-final game. That could be very, very interesting indeed. But first of all, we've got to work our way through this Newcastle side. They're saying one to watch is Isaac Coles. With his new change of position, the new increased form, and, you know, it'll be nice to see, hopefully, his shooting stats start to sort of climb up as well. Hopefully, we can see that. A 5 at the back could be a pretty tough place to see the real changes and development in that, but hopefully we can do okay. Let's get into it. Come on, you Ars. Newcastle here. Bring the ball forward. Lafont, first thing to have to do for either keeper is for Lafont, and it's a very good save in the end as well. Bruce in the Newcastle dugout. Things you'd love to see. But yeah, it was a good effort. It was a good effort. Thankfully, though, we have Lafont, our main man, back there doing the business, as he has been for majority of his time in the Superhoops. But, you know, he's had a couple of stinkers, but if he can keep up and find that good form more often, we've got one of the best keepers to our disposal. It's for sure. Newcastle got the ball out wide here. Good tackle there from Williams, but they are going to get it back. Got to be careful. Or they've tried that little flick inside, and it could have very easily been a problem if they found their way through there. But Mwepu's going to try and bring this away. I see a run from Eze. Going to get him to try and run into it. Oh, not the best touch from the centre-back, but good enough to get it away. Eze brings the ball forward. We see a nice run here from Isaac Coles. I'm trying these sort of looping over the top balls, and so far they're not going fantastic for us. But Isaac Coles, ball at the edge of the box. This is where his shooting needs to go up. This is why we're improving that shooting. That's a pretty poor effort. Amos going to lay it into Coles. Coles off to Eze. Eze finds the back of the net. It's something I've wanted to see for so long in this series, is a goal from a man like Abire. I'm very happy with that. I'm chuffed that Eze has found the back of the net. Very, very happy indeed. Thankfully, it hasn't taken us too long, but in the Cup, Abire has found his first goal. It's a lovely bit of play. Nice assist for Isaac Coles. A lovely play from Masengo as well beforehand, but Eze, calm and collected, just plays it just before he gets tackled there in the middle of the defence. Thankfully finds the back of the net, and that's 1-0. Really good start. Abire, mate, welcome back, my goat. Newcastle pushing forward very quickly after just conceding, but thankfully Williams again having a very good time of things in the back of our defence here, doing a really good job at keeping them a little bit quiet on their left-hand side, and they're trying to push on there a lot. Masengo, not the best pass there, but yeah, Neco Williams so far having a very good game. Eze on the ball, going to turn, going to try and lay it off here to Coles. Coles going to play it up to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell on his left foot. Very, very good save there from the keeper. Really nice play though. We're knocking this ball around really nicely. When we're finding the space for each other, we're getting real good chances. Coles is sort of playing almost like a free roam is what it feels like. He's cutting inside a lot. You're seeing sort of all over the pitch and things like that. Plenty of different spaces that he's picking that ball up. And it's allowing us to just have a little bit of freedom in that front three. Eze goes for his second. It's a good save from Woodman in the end. But yeah, it's really nice rotation. And I'm enjoying the team right now. The team are playing really, really well. Potentially one last chance here before half-time. Eze's going to try and play it through. It's a good tackle in the end from the Newcastle player, and it is going to be half-time before we get a chance to create anything else. But I think 1-0 is a fair reflection. Bar that sort of early chance that they had, they haven't really offered too much. They've had the ball a little bit, but they haven't necessarily offered enough to sort of threaten consistently. I think we've been pretty good. I think we've been the more dominant side of the two. And again, I'm really happy to see Eze on the score sheet. Just Abire getting goals is what we want to see. It's why we brought him in. I am going to make a change. I'm going to take off Tyrese for Mambimbi. I think in my head, when I went with the strongest 11, I kind of forgot how near the next game is against Man City. In my head, we had a bit more of a break after this game, but I don't think we've got as much of a break as I think we do. I think we have about 4 days, so a little bit of rotation is going to be pretty important. I'd like to bring on either Pratt or Ozzy, sort of rotate the defence a little bit, and then it'll probably be Samfield or El Basir coming on for either Mwepu or Amos at some point. Obviously, we have Willock for the next game. Mambimbi should have good fitness. Campbell will have good fitness because we're taking him off now. A little bit of rotation would be great, but still, obviously, still an incredibly strong team. We've seen how good Mambimbi has been for us in this series already, so it's not like the team's got particularly weaker by bringing him on. But yeah, I think same again, just try and get that second. I think if we get a second, it's a matter of just being a little bit more confident then and a little bit less to worry about. So really push that second. Let's hope to find it. Come on, you ask. McCallum, look forwards here and find Isaac Coles. Coles is going to try and get it to Eze. He does. Abire gets his second of the game. I think he's offside, though. That's such a shame. I was really happy with that. The play again, Coles getting another good chance in. I thought Abire was just onside when I played it, which is obviously why I played it. I wouldn't have played it if I thought he was offside, but it must have been a little bit close. It's close. It's close. It's not as close as I thought it was. I thought that central centre-back was a little bit further back than he was. But Dele Alli coming on for Newcastle here. Hendrick, obviously, was on loan at QPR this season. Wasn't really that fantastic for us. But Dele Alli makes his way on for Newcastle. Very interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some changes ready. And the next time the ball goes off the pitch, we'll have some changes made. Okay, those changes I was talking about are being made. I decided to change Figueroa and Amos, and I've brought on Pratt and I've brought on El Basir. So Masengo drops to DM, El Basir as a centre mid, and obviously Pratt and Figueroa like for like change at centre back. So that is the changes I've gone for. Basically, again, I'd like to keep getting Pratt some minutes because Pratt, I think, can really be good for us. It's just that he needs the game time to go up in rating a little bit quicker. And of course, I mean, I think it's pretty so close there from Eze. Pretty straightforward with the El Basir change. Again, somebody doing a really good job, and Amos was a little bit tired. So the changes made sense. Sadly, there two good chances we didn't get to convert. Either one of those would have been nice. It would have been, especially with the changes just being made. But yeah, regardless, still 1-0. We'll crack on. They've knocked it around quite nicely here. Oh, that ball was... I don't think it was aimed at that striker, but he got a good touch at the end, a slightly better touch, and that could have been a problem for us. They are making a change here. But yeah, I have to say, Longstaff, who they've just taken off, I know it's been a bit of a weird one, him playing on the left-hand side. I know it's not necessarily where he plays, but I think he is playing as a left centre mid. It's just that he's a little bit out wide, unless he was playing left wing back, I don't know. But he actually had quite a good game. He was actually getting the ball a lot and doing quite a lot with it. But we get the ball here, Mambimbi. Isaac Coles, good finesse, very good save. Woodman has kept them in this game for sure. It could have been a lot more than just 1-0 so far, but Woodman has made a good handful of saves. He has been very much on it today, so fair play to Woodman. But we've got to make sure we convert these chances. Pratt here, last man there, left alone. Lafont with a good save. It wasn't the best of shots. He probably had a little bit more time to get nearer to the goal for us. They've got Alexis Sanchez on the bench, for the way. That was mad. Alexis Sanchez there on the bench for Newcastle. Big Bruce. Oh, that was close. Oh, I thought that was in. I won't lie to you. Inaki Williams just heading wide there. Jesus Christ, that could have been a problem for us. That was very, very close. Two close shaves there. We got away with one. We're lucky it's still 1-0. Isaac Coles on the ball. Going to try and play it up here to Mwepu. Need a bit of an overlap here, McCallum. Not going to find it, so he's going to play it back to Mwepu. You guys know what I'm trying to do. Anytime I get the ball with Mwepu in that sort of range, you know where I'm going with it. Eze! Go on, Abire. Lovely stuff. Eze makes it 2. He gets himself a brace today, and that is just what you want to see from your main man, Abire. I'm so happy because it's been a slow start from coming back for this side. It's been very, very slow in getting him to get real chances, and now Abire doing what we know he can do. It's so good to have him back in the blue and white. I'd love to see him come back one day, but I think we're a little way off that, and I think he is on his way to the top. I'll tell you that for free. But man like Abire, go on, son. Lovely goal on his left foot. It doesn't matter where he picks it up. It's going in the back of the net. The keeper's picking it up afterwards. I'll tell you that much. But Abire, 2 goals for him today. Very happy indeed. Only 5 minutes to go. We should see this one out. Weapon on the ball out wide here. Going to just play it inside. Find Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles now. Going to have a go. Edge of the box. So I faked it. I faked it again. I maybe faked it a little bit too much. That's a shame. That was on me. I think he probably could have had a go and maybe tried to test the keeper. Pratt there with a really, really good tackle. Eze, can he get his hat-trick? No. Heavy touch. That's okay. 2-0. Through into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Very happy with that indeed. We made it a little bit difficult for ourselves. Again, we gave them a bit of a lifeline to potentially work their way in. Inaki Williams with a good header that just went wide, and the shot beforehand obviously to give that corner. But other than that, I think we were pretty dominant. Pratt had a pretty good time of things when he came on, apart from that one chance again where he was sort of left one-on-one and struggled a tad with that one. But overall, I think he had a good game. I think Williams, again, Neko Williams had a blinder. Masengo had a very solid first half, and second half was pretty good too. And man like Abire, we've got to talk about it. 2 goals for him. It's his first 2 for the club. It's great to see him find the back of the net. It's exactly where we want him and what we want him doing. Well done, Abire. Well done, URs. Into the quarterfinals. You can see Abire talking about his position. End of the day, mate, you are a right winger playing right forward. You're as close as I can get you to that position. I can't do much more than that. But, mate, people are going to be talking about his performance because he is going to be huge for us. And now we jump back into the league with what is a very important game against Man City. First of all, we'll have a little look at the youth players, so I'll get to that quickly. We'll see if any of those youth guys are potentially knocking at the door to getting promoted up to the main team. You can see Vincente Roman is now at a 60, but he's not going to be that great for us going forward, so he'll probably end up getting loaned out. Noah Dunn, looking decent. Only, obviously, 60 rated right now. He's gone up 4 this season. To be fair, Vincente Roman's gone up 6. That's a lie. He's gone up 8, Tom. Good maths. Very, very good-looking player, potentially. As it stands right now, Noah Dunn could be huge for us. So, I think what it might end up being is that we kind of loan Noah Dunn out and see if anyone comes in for him. And if they do, then fantastic. I mean, he's got 24 defending. Are we sure that centre mid is the right position for him? I'm kind of feeling like he's going to be a good right mid. I can't remember if he's right-footed. How long would it take to make him a right mid? I'm going to do this. I reckon he goes up to about a 64. And if he does, I think we loan him out. Just before we crack on, quick word from today's video sponsor. Do you struggle with learning how to trade on FIFA Ultimate Team? Well, look no further. Thanks to foottrading.co.uk. They are hands down the best site to learn all about making coins on FIFA Ultimate Team. You can join their site completely for free and get access to their free trading guides. But if you join on any of their paid tiers, you get access to a whole bunch of trading tips. They've got silver flips, icon flips, special card flips, investment tips. They even have live trading filters for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Plus, on their site, you can join any of their tournaments on Xbox or PlayStation and be in with a chance of winning some amazing prizes. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, head on over to their site. There is a link down below, and if you go to any of their paid tiers, if you throw code Hursty in at checkout, you'll get yourself a cheeky discount. A huge thank you for Foot Trading for being partners with us on the channel. Let's get back to the video. Okay, here we go with what is a very, very big game for us right now. Again, interestingly, they're playing a striker at right wing and a right wing at striker. They seem to do that a lot at City. The positions seem to get a little bit squiffy sometimes, but that is what it is. But regardless, again, we're going with our strongest 11. Thankfully, everyone is fully fit and ready for this game. This is going to be a huge, huge game for us. We are obviously only 3 points clear at the top of the table. I've also just realised they got a right back at centre back and a centre back at right back. I don't understand, game. Sort yourself out, please. But yeah, we're going to give it our all. We're going to try and take on City today and hope for 3 points. We kind of need them now. We've stumbled a little bit recently, and the big lead that we had has gone. We need to keep what we've got. Here we are at the Etihad. Not as empty today as people would think, but we are here, top of the table against 4th place. And hopefully, we're going to come away with 3 points, unlike what I said we were going to do against Newcastle. Hopefully today, we come away with 3 points, because that's actually on the table for us. So it's going to be a tricky one for sure. Obviously, they have got one of the best teams in this save, 100%. And in my eyes now, the team they've got in real life is the best in the league. It's an absolutely incredible squad. And Haaland going into that team just makes it even more unreal. But hopefully today we come away with 3 very important points. And that's what we've got to push for. Every single game right now, we have to push for 3 points because the teams around us are they're catching us. We've stumbled a little bit. We've given them a chance to catch up, and they've taken it. So today, we need to win it. Konyoz. City starting pretty promisingly here. Isaac is going to get it and tries to play it to the edge of the box. Thankfully, no one had quite made that run in. And now Amos, by the way, bursting away from Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, mate. Isaac Cole's on it now. It's a good tackle in the end from Rodri. And they even win the ball. Fair play. Masengo on the ball. Going to try and lay it off inside here to Eze. Eze going to lay it off to Isaac Coles, who's just running up to catch up there. Isaac Coles tries to lay it off to Tyrese Campbell. We do a little bit... get a little bit lucky there to keep hold of it. Just having to recycle it. Mwepu, edge of the box. You know what we're going to do with it? Oh, Edison with a very good save. Mwepu on the edge of the box. I just can't help it, boys. I just can't help it. Good effort here from De Bruyne. Oh, man. I didn't even think they were going to shoot. I wasn't even commentating because I didn't think they were going to shoot yet. I was just about to start talking about the fact they had the ball. And De Bruyne turns and lumps it goalwards bound, and it finds the back of the net. That is a very, very good goal. There's not much I can do about that if I'm being brutally honest. Look, he just gets it and turns, and bang. That is a beautiful strike. I can't take anything away from that. That is an absolute worldie from Kevin De Bruyne. That just shows you a player of his quality on Legendary can do things like that, can just absolutely turn a bit of magic. And that's not good for us. Liverpool have played their game, and they are level with us on points. We are ahead on goal difference, but right now, 1-0 down is not where we need to be. We know that a win today is the only thing that will keep us 3 points ahead of the chasing pack, because Liverpool have already played and won their game. Tyrese couldn't quite work his way through. We have now got an uphill battle, and that's not a great place to be in, but just calm. 20 minutes gone. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Eze now. Just able to sort of have a bit of a stroll through their defence, or their midfield, really. Their defence was there pretty solidly. And Cancelo and Porro doing a very good job of keeping him out. It's a weird one, because obviously they're playing out of position, Porro, but Porro's really quick. And a big part of our sort of front three is often the fact that their pace can just take past centre-backs. Hold on a second. Neco Williams just leaving that one for Phil Foden. Please don't be doing that, mate. Oh, it's a nice bit of play from them. Oh, a bit of a spoon pass helps us get away with one there. And now we've got a bit of a chance to counter. Look at the run there from Eze. He is offside. When I was initially playing it, he was onside. He was just the right side of Pedro Porro. But by the time I'd actually pressed it, and by the time it had all gone through, he was well off. Oh, nice pass inside there from Silva. Thankfully, it does fall to Chiesa, but the ball goes straight at Lafont, and that is thankfully a pretty good save, and it's a chance for us to maybe burst forward again here. Tyrese Campbell going to wait for the run from Eze. It's a little bit heavy on the pass there. I wanted it a bit more inside for Eze to run into, because he's goal side of Cancelo then, and he's already got a couple of yards on him in that scenario, so it's a bit of a wasted pass there from Campbell, I won't lie. Cancelo going to try and tuck it inside to Chiesa. Lafont is being kept very busy. You can see Chiesa just hits it first time, and it does go that close. That, by the way, is not Haaland. That is Dolberg, I'm fairly sure. It does kind of look like they've got a Haaland from Wish, but it is, I'm fairly sure that is Kasper Dolberg, who's a good player in his own right. It's not quite Erling Haaland, let's be honest. But the cross comes in. Oh my God, Lafont with a fingertip save, keeping us in this game. Much like Woodman was keeping Newcastle in the cup game, Lafont is keeping us with a fighting chance of anything so far today, because Isaac is a man mountain and wins that initial header. It drops to De Bruyne. They're trying to knock it around here. Isaac, I'm not sure why he's touched it. The ball's already gone off there. Lafont nearly breaking his neck on the post. But I don't know why Isaac tried to do anything, because that was potentially goalward bound. And now I'm rushing a little bit. I'm rushing. I need to just calm down again, because I've just given the ball away to Chiesa. Chiesa now with a chance to play it through. Phil Foden plays it back to Chiesa. Good block there from Lopez. Edge of the box here. Bernardo Silva. Mwepu does his defensive duties and wins it. Let's just calm it down a little bit, boys. Let's just calm it down a little bit, because we are stressing, we're panicking, and we're wasting possession. Oh, God. Not good again. Isaac here out wide. Figueroa. I don't want to close down with Figueroa, because a cross is coming. It is indeed. Phil Foden is not going to win that one. Neco Williams gets back there to win it. I don't think we're going to get a chance to attack. This has been a stressful game, boys. I am stressing. I'm wasting passes. I'm wasting chances. I'm wasting possession. It's not what we need to be doing. We need to be a lot more calm and collected on the ball. I need to play a lot better here. Something I am going to do is a bit of a change, is I'm going to swap Masengo and Mwepu round. Now, my main thought process here is João Cancelo is getting up the pitch a lot. He is getting up the pitch a whole lot. Now, I'm fairly sure these are on the same instructions. They are. Mwepu's definitely more attacking minded. So if we see Cancelo higher up the pitch, Mwepu is potentially going to get himself a little bit more space than he would do on that left-hand side, because João Cancelo and Foden are pushing up that left-hand side a lot. So the only way I think we're going to get into this is by being nice and collected on the ball and finding a good through ball. They're not really closing us down here. Masengo, not really the ideal man I want to have acres of space with, but Masengo plays it inside to Tyrese. It's a good tackle there from, I think it's Laporte. I can't remember who their other centre-back is, but yeah. Okay, more of that, though. Finding the space, finding the time, being calm and collected on the ball. It's something I said in the first half I was not doing at all. Could be a good play for us here. Isaac Cole's going to try and play it inside. Finds Amos. He's going to turn. Finds Abire. Abire up to Tyrese. Fake shot. Going to take the second strike. There we go, boys. Finds the back of the net. He's going to go and celebrate in front of the travelling fans. Very, very happy indeed. Oh, that's what we needed. I said about calm and collected. We were a lot calmer on the ball immediately in the second half, and we found the opening goal for us. We are back in it, boys. And on Tyrese Campbell's right foot as well. The first season had a number of problems with that right foot of his, but has found the top corner this time. The little fake shot just gave me enough time to push it that little bit wider, take it past their other centre-back, who I've already forgotten who it is. I think it is Laporte. But yeah, thank God, boys. 1-1. We can, again, just calm and collected. 3 points is what we need. A point still keeps us top of the table, but 3 points is definitely the safety net that we need to find here. And I mean, let's see if we can just push on for a second very quickly. Mwepu's got a bit of space here. Mwepu, very good effort there. Edison with a save. You can see the boys now are feeling it. Mwepu with that chance edge of the box there would have been absolutely fantastic if we could have found it. Isaac is going off here. Who are they bringing on? I'm actually very curious. Okay, they're bringing on Ferran Torres. He's still here in this save. That's okay. It's an actual winger, but it's a bit of height from set pieces missing, because he was causing a couple of problems from things like corners and stuff. It was definitely somebody to keep an eye on, but him leaving the pitch isn't the worst news. It's not great, though, because Ferran Torres is very quick and on a counter. He is going to be a big problem for us. But Mwepu keeping the ball here. Inside to Amos. Amos to Isaac Coles. I was going to let it run, but instead I changed my mind. Tried to take it past the man. And we win the free kick. We'll take the free kick here. I don't know that I've got any incredible free kick takers. I think Isaac Coles is probably our best bet. He is. Okay. I am going to try it, boys. I am going to try it. Can we get it up and under? Up and under. Ooh, up and off the bar. Very good effort, boys. Very good effort. Isaac Coles, if I'd green timed it, I think we could have found the back of the net there. But that's a good effort. It just skims off the bar. Oh, Edison maybe actually had it. Regardless, we're getting into it, boys. We're getting into it. Half an hour to go. We're definitely the better looking team right now. Masengo to Coles. Coles to Campbell. Campbell. Oh, was Coles offside? Oh, man. Campbell was just through. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't realise at all that Coles was off. My initial pass with Masengo, I was trying to play it to Tyrese Campbell, but I wasn't upset that it had gone to Coles because the chance was still potentially there. I think the next time the ball goes off, I'm going to make a change just for stamina's sake, just for some fresh legs, because Amos is getting pretty tired in the middle of the park. We could do some fresh legs in the middle there. But also, I think I'm going to bring on our main super sub man. You know, bit of pace up front could potentially wreak a little bit of havoc. So just when that ball goes off, some more changes. But let's not have that ball go off with it being a goal. Thank you, Lafont. Okay, all three changes happening. Ozzy Kakai is coming on. We've also brought on El Basir, and we brought on man like Mambimbi. Eze, Amos and Williams, the three players parting way. Raheem the Dream Sterling coming on for City. Not what I wanted to see. Foden going off and the ex-QPR man Raheem coming on. I have just obviously weakened our right-back player, but fresh legs. That was my main thought, because Foden was getting some of the ball, but I was like, Foden's not exactly rapid, so Ozzy should be okay. Sterling's a different kettle of fish, boys. But hold on a second. Surely he can't do it again. Surely man like Mambimbi's not going to do it again. If I'd have not overthought that first chance, I could have maybe hit it a lot quicker with Mambimbi when he first got the ball. But Mambimbi, he's playing that striker role, and Tyrese is off on that right forward role. This is mainly because the fresh legs of Mambimbi up against those centre-backs could be a world of problems for them. Mwepu win that. He does, but he drops it to the wrong player. Unlucky. Masengo. Lovely stuff here. Mambimbi, that's a terrible tackle, ref. Terrible tackle. That should at least be a yellow. It's not going to be. But Isaac Coles with another chance here to try his set-piece wonders. He's been working on them, boys. He's been working on them in training. Oh, it's off the upright. It's off the absolute corner. I cannot believe that. What an effort that was as well. Oh, man. Again, if I just got it in the green, maybe it could have got in. 2 free kick chances, both off the woodwork for Isaac Coles. He's getting close with them, boys. He's getting close. He's been practicing. Campbell going to let it off here to Mwepu, who, since us moving into this right-hand side, is definitely finding a little bit of space on out here and getting a little bit of luck. Cole's now going to play into Mambimbi. The pass almost couldn't decide whether it was going to go towards Mambimbi or Campbell. It was a bit of a weird one, and the players couldn't really work it out either. So sadly, we do lose the ball here, and they are probably going to end the game with the last chance. But mate, I love McCallum so much. He's so good in this save, and I'm so glad we picked him up on a permanent. He is different gravy for us, boys. Different gravy. They're going to play that wide here. Got to be careful. Got to just make sure we don't do anything silly. They aim it into Raheem Sterling. There's 5 minutes of added time, 2.5 of which have already gone. Can we get this ball up there and find some kind of... Oh, El Basir was making a run and then stopped. That's the only reason I played it up there, because he was making a run. Now I've given the ball away with only a minute on the clock, boys. Got to be careful. Obviously, the AI have got the ball, so the ref is going to let them play. They've played it back, ref. Ref, they've played... Look at where they are and look at how they were playing that. If they scored from this, I'll be livid, boys, because they never would have let us carry on. Ozzy Kakai doing the job there. Lopez getting back as well, doing what we needed to do. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. It would have been much better to pick up the 3 points. However, I think we played really well in that second half. We came out the blocks really strong. We looked like we could have won that. We definitely, I think, based on the second half performance, could have come away with 3 points. A point is still better than nothing. The fact that we're coming up against City and we're a little bit disappointed in a point, I think shows the progress that we're on right now. Sat at the top of the table, only clear by the 1 point. Liverpool did win there, so have caught up, but we are definitely still in the driving seat. We now cannot really afford to drop more points, because if we drop points and Liverpool win their games, they will overtake us. But overall, I'm not upset with the result. I'd like to see the stats, though. I would like to see the stats, because I think it will be a relatively even one. 8 shots to 6. How were sort of the on target? I can't. Oh, how do I see shots on target? It's just shots, isn't it? Shooting. Will it tell me? On target. We had 4, they had 5. So Lafont, again, definitely doing well. But I think we had a good game there, boys. I think we did pretty well. And I have to say, I'm not upset with the point, like I said. Well, I was going to show you the table, but obviously it's not there right now, because I didn't remember or think about the fact that it does take us into the next round of the Cup, which is up against Everton. So that sort of leaderboard and everything it was showing isn't necessarily in order, hadn't been drawn just yet. So you can see we are a point clear. Goal difference is looking very, very healthy, but 1 point clear. We've had one more draw and they've had a loss. So it really is very, very close at the top of the table. Just for point of reference, at the bottom of the table, you've got Southampton, Brentford and Brighton. But it's by no means a done race there. There's only 7 points difference between 12th and 20th. That is, again, there's a lot going on down there. There is a lot going on down there. A couple of teams with games in hand as well. So that could be very, very interesting. Our next game, obviously, up against Villa, one of the teams down amongst it right now. But the Cup game is up against Everton. So I'll get the team ready for that. We've got, I think it's on the Saturday, and then we have a week's break to the next game. So hopefully we can get through this game. And then I think it's Newcastle. I think we can hopefully get through both games. Villa's what I meant. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we stick with that same starting 11, because this at the moment is our strongest squad. Willock and Mambimbi, obviously 2 incredible rotation players to bring on as subs. And El Basir is definitely getting minutes as well, which is great to see. So I think we'll just go with the same 11. I don't think we've got any reason not to. 3 games in, and we are yet to play at home, which I've only just realised. I think the Villa game is at home, though. But Goodison Park is where our FA Cup journey ventures to next, and hopefully again we come away with a chance to get into Wembley. Like, obviously we're only 2 games away from that final, but as we saw there, a player that is always a nightmare to play against on FIFA, Kimpembe, their captain, by this point probably looking at like an 86 rated player, but the options of Leeds, Leicester, City, West Ham, Chelsea and Arsenal, that's a very good round there. Chelsea, Arsenal, that'll be an interesting one to watch, but hopefully we get to play one of those teams in the next round, which we need to come away with a win today, obviously, to do so. So let's crack on. Let's hope that we can do it. Come on, you ours. Get the ball here with Tyrese. Going to try and play it over for Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles, I wanted him to let it drop and then shoot. I've hit shoot too early. That's my bad. I wanted him to let it drop, because if this drops here and he has, like, I was waiting for the second bounce or another first touch, he just put some leather behind that, and that, I think, absolutely sails in. So that's a wasted one for me. That's a real shame. The corner's not that great either. We could potentially keep it alive, though. Lopez, the centre-back, hits Kimpembe. Masengo on the ball here. Inside to Amos. Tyrese Campbell. Going to lay it off here to Isaac Coles. He's going to get it back to Campbell. Campbell's going to shoot. It's going to hit the defender. It is going to go over. Oh, man. We're looking good right now. We're getting a good bit of play. We're finding a good little couple of chances here. We're going to whip it in the middle here with Coles. Coles up to McCallum, who's not quite going to win it. It's going to drop to Masengo. Have a go, mate. Or, never mind. Everton with their first chance really bringing this ball forward here. Lafont sort of came to it and then didn't. Thankfully, Neco Williams had it covered anyway. But that's the first real time they've even had the ball, especially in our half here. But lovely pass here from Tyrese Campbell to Abire Eze. And Abire Eze is going to carry on the goal-scoring form he's got in today's episode. He is having a very, very good game. Very good episode, I should say, sorry. Absolutely loving using Abire, man. Again, it's so good to have him back. And it's so good to get him in goal-scoring form. It's very noticeable, however, the difference between how he's playing right now and the goal scoring he's getting compared to Tyrese Campbell. One thing I am going to just double check, lovely finish that is, by the way. I'm just going to double check that their instructions are the same, because if they're not, that could explain a lot, boys. That could explain a lot. Okay. I've tweaked them now. Eze is now playing as a right wing. That might be why he was saying, like, oh, it's people are talking about my position, etc. If it ends up being that actually it's better running him as a centre forward, then I'll do that again. I'll put him back onto that. But for now, I think it will give us a little bit more of an idea as to if Coles can improve. And if it's just that maybe Coles is just sitting that little bit further wide than Eze was. Again, I'm absolutely fine. Great shot, Moepu. I'm absolutely fine with whoever scores, for sure. I just want to give Isaac Coles the best chance that he can, because obviously he is a player that we would have had from the first episode number 1, our youth prospect, having him coming through the ranks again, treating it like he is our series Abire, or, you know, our Chris Willock, or a youngster we're sort of bringing up and through a little bit. Obviously, I know Willock we signed rather than sort of bringing through, but I always love having someone that's there from the start. It's why I've kept Amos in, and it's why Amos is captain, because I like the idea that he's been here from day one, and he is our leader. He is our player that knows the club through and through. But I'll tell you, somebody who knows something to do through and through is Tyrese Campbell, and sadly he hasn't quite scored just there, but he's getting the good chances. Coles is going to whip this one in. Can we win the header? Oh, yes, we can. He doesn't get many, but Figueroa with an absolute rocket. That might actually be his first goal for the club. Don't quote me on it, but there's a good chance that's his first goal that he scored for us. I am absolutely fine with that, Figueroa, mate. You absolute goat. Pickford looking distraught, but mate, Isaac Coles with a lovely cross in. I don't score from many corners, but Figueroa is absolutely up like a salmon, boys. Him and the defender, Pickford and the defender there, definitely should have done better between them. Again, I think that's his first goal for us, but very happy indeed. But as I say, if this situation with Eze and Coles and their positions and stuff needs to go back to what it was, then I will do that. But it'll be interesting to see if there's a bit more similarity now. Maybe Coles can pick up in the goal-scoring department, but I'm not upset with Eze getting goals, I'll tell you that. Got to be careful here. Lopez blocks across from Matty Cash. Does so very, very well as well. And McCallum isn't quite going to bring it away. I was about to say brings it away, but doesn't. Gets a second chance, wins the ball, and then does play a lovely ball through as well. Isaac Coles is going to lay it inside to Moepu. Moepu, you know what we want to do with him? I have to say, very good tackle from Kempembe there. So, yeah, ruined that idea, didn't it? Well, half-time, 2-0 to the good, and very, very happy that indeed the QPR fans looking, I don't know, distraught. What was going on there? They look absolutely beside themselves. Everything is okay, as far as I'm aware. As I always say, for the sake of a little bit of time, I am going to put this into a sim. I'm going to make a couple of changes, but I am going to put this into a sim. I'm not going to make loads and loads of changes. So Chrissy Willett's going to come on, and I am going to bring on, for Lopez, I think, I'm going to bring on Pratt again, give him a couple more minutes. But I'm going to jump into a sim, and if they score, I will jump straight back into the game. But this is, again, just because of work stuff, it's a bit easier if I can get a little bit of a chance to have this go a little bit quicker. What a lovely bit of play that was. Willock involved in it as well. Really nice stuff. Tyrese Campbell gets another goal in his campaign this season. I'm honestly so happy with how this team are playing. They're playing out of their skin. Lovely stuff from the boys. And 3-0, we're looking pretty comfortable. Good chance there for Everton. Lafont, I thought I'd got a touch, but hadn't. It does just go over the bar. We've also made our last change. I've taken off Mwepu and I've brought on El Basir, just so you guys know. Well, that is game. Not loads of highlights to show you, sadly, because not much happened. But you can see Everton did have quite a bit of the ball because I think we had more possession than them when we jumped out. But yeah, the team took a further lead. It wasn't that it was just me. The team themselves were comfortable in that one, 3-0. And into the semi-finals, I think now. We're looking good, boys. Time to go back in the league, and you can see Liverpool have played a game more than us, and they are now 2 points clear. So this is now going to be one of those little chasing games where we have to make sure we keep winning to stay ahead of them. Okay, up against Villa for what will be the last game of today's episode. We're looking pretty good right now. I can't afford to start a game as a sim. I have to start games. Time-wise, I kind of need to sim this one, but I'm going to start it. If we get far enough ahead, then I'll jump into a sim. But again, strongest 11. Willock has asked to play today, so Willock will come on at some point, but we're going to take on Villa. Finally, we round the episode up at the home stadium. We're at Loftus Road, at the Crown Prince, whatever you want to call it. Very happy indeed to be here. Oh, I've missed you. I've missed you, London. We're back, boys. And it's hopefully going to be... I'm hoping for a good round up to the episode. It will be really good to go unbeaten today. Obviously, 2 wins in the cup. And, I mean, points in the league would be great. To pick up 3 today would be huge. We need to catch up to Liverpool. We need to overtake them. It would be such a shame to throw away the huge lead that we had at one point and to not be crowned champions in this season. Obviously, I think it's still incredible progress. Something that could do with some progress is the groundskeeping. That kit, the kit looks beautiful. But the pitch looks a little bit rougher around the edges. But hold on a second. Isaac Coles, where has that been all season? Isaac Coles, where has that been all season? We've needed that for so long. We have needed that for so long. He just walks through them. And Isaac Coles with a lovely goal. Mate, the finish there is unreal. We've had easier shots than that with Coles that haven't gone in. Whether it's Martinez has had a stinker, but that is a goal and a half, boys. What a start to the game there. I said ideally I needed to sim this one. If we crack on like this, boys, we're good to go. It's only 5 goals this season so far for Coles. The goal contribution itself has not been great. A few assists on the cards from as well, which is good to see. But yeah, it's a hell of a start to this game. What a way to start the last game of the episode. Coles going to play it here to McCallum. Coles needs to make a run forward. Does so nicely. And here, we know Coles has got the beating of Tyrone Mings. Oh, and he's done it again, boys. He's taken it past him again. Now, Tyrese Campbell, I've overworked it a tad. I didn't really feel like I had the angle. But, mate, Coles, just keep giving him the ball, boys. Just keep giving it. He's got these 2 on strings, boys. Look at them go. They don't know where to go with them. Isaac Coles. Oh, I bottled it. But, mate, he's having what a start for Isaac, mate. This could be his redemption arc. Imagine this game just turns his season around. Ball inside, Eze. Look at Tyrese Campbell in acres of space. However, we're giving this man a game today. We are giving this man a chance to absolutely write his name. And in the start of this season, Isaac Coles, mate, that's a third of his goals in 25 minutes for the whole season. That's unreal. That's absolutely unreal. I can't believe it. Obviously, this one's a sweaty one. Is what it is. Eze into Tyrese. Tyrese could have done it himself, but bearing in mind, Tyrese is going for records. Tyrese is trying to break records, not just golden boot. He's going to try and break records, and it's still off to Isaac Coles. That is how monumentous the occasion is of Isaac Coles getting a brace in a game. I don't... In my head, it was already decided, the thumbnail. Eze getting his first goal coming back to QPR, it was decided, but Isaac Coles with a hat-trick might just pip the post, boys. But they're getting the ball into the box here. Got to be careful. Oh, they've laid it to the edge of the box. They had a good chance to play it into David Luiz. But, not David Luiz. Douglas Luiz. I got my wrong Brazilian in my brain, boys. But hold on a second. In Masengo, that is a beautiful ball. I see the chance of a hat-trick. But Tyrese isn't going to be... he's going to have to be greedy one of these times. He's going to find the back of the net. And Tyrese Campbell, mate, absolutely flying high. Gets us our 3rd for the game. And... I have to say, boys, I'm quietly confident right now that I can jump to a sim. Unless Villa all of a sudden pulls something out the bag, boys, we're jumping to a sim. All right, I apologise, but again, it's work, boys. I'm sorry. It's going to be a late edit. Well, half-time, just as a point of interest, by the way, 4.9 rating for Martinez. I think he is an unbelievable goalkeeper, but he is having a bit of a torrid time right now. But Chrissy Willis going to come on. As I said, I'm going to give him minutes for this game. Eze gets a little bit of a rest. He's had a very good game. Obviously, isn't on the score sheet, but that's nothing against him. He has had a very, very good game. But Isaac Coles and Tyrese Campbell both sitting as a 10 rating right now. Unreal. Things you love to see. But hopefully more again in the same second half. Hopefully a clean sheet. Any more goals would be lovely. If somehow the AI can get Isaac Coles his hat-trick, I'd be over the moon. Oh, Isaac Coles had a shot from the edge of the box, tried to find the back of the net. Couple of changes for Callum off for Ozzy Kakai, and Field has come on for, who did he come on for? Masengo. Obviously, I'd normally go for El Basir, but Field hasn't actually got minutes in quite some time, so I thought I'd give him just a couple of minutes to try and get something today. But yeah, the boys are sitting comfortably, still 3-0. Neither side having too many chances. That chance for Coles really the best we've had since the sim. It took him 2 bites to the cherry, but Tyrese Campbell has found the back of the net, gets a brace for today. Very happy with him indeed. He has been very, very good in this sim. He's getting the ball a lot. I don't think he's had a loose pass. Martinez did make a save, but conceded again afterwards. It just went straight to Tyrese by the look. So him and Coles both sitting on the possible hat-trick if they can find one last chance for the end of the game here. It's going to drop instead. Oh, I was going to say, it's going to drop instead to Moepu. He was maybe a little bit nearer the goal than he normally likes to be. Shooting from range is his kind of thing. But we'll see this to the end now. It's only 2 minutes at a time. And yeah, hopefully we should keep that clean sheet. Yeah, we do indeed. It's interesting when they choose to stop the AI in this compared to when they do in the game. I don't know, it's weird. But regardless, a huge win there to round up today's episode. So you can see we are still just a little bit behind Liverpool, but that is because of the game in hand. We do have that extra game, so hopefully we can do the business. Just going to very quickly see if that does massively boost Noah Dunn's rating. Takes him to a 64. I think that's what I guessed as well. Man, it's almost like I somewhat know what I'm talking about sometimes. I'm going to put him on the support midfield, get that pace up a little bit because that will help with his potential value and everything as well as a winger. Let's have a look at these emails. We've got a lot of emails coming through. Willock pretty happy with what's going on there. A loan offer for Alvarado. I'm terrible with names, boys. I will accept a loan. I don't want a loan to buy just yet, but I will accept a loan out for him. An approach on Adoma. Tyrese and Figueroa. Oh, mate, Isaac Coles didn't get called up. Absolutely fuming. Adoma potentially on his way out. A couple of games rescheduled, but that's mainly because of the FA Cup. And Austin was potentially off to Chindia, but he said no. Instead, he's potentially considering retirement. But that is where we're going to end today's episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like on the video. Supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, it's Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link down below. And down there, you'll also find our channel sponsors today. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It really does support us a whole bunch. But that's it from me, guys. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.